Don't you just love it? Don't you just enjoy the chaotic and hectic and just overall packed up WNBA schedule? Because yesterday, guys, we had like what, four, maybe five games going on at the same time. All of my favorite teams playing. Of course, I had to take my Chicago Sky takes number one precedence. Okay, I had to watch my Chicago Sky ultimately get defeated and whooped by the Minnesota Lynx. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. I already did that video yesterday. I grieved and moved on. Of course, Dallas, I still got to watch that game and call that, along with some other ones. There's only one game coming on tonight, guys. The Atlanta Dream, I believe, versus Phoenix Mercury. I'm really excited to see if Atlanta can beat them. So even though they don't come on till like 10 o'clock tonight, it's like ridiculous, right? It's like late. It's either at 8 o'clock p.m. or 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to wait up as long as it is. And I really want to watch and call that game. So stay tuned for that. But guys, yesterday, the New York Liberty, okay, Liberty. The New York Liberty, they defeated the Indiana Fever, okay, without Caitlin Clark. The game concluded with the New York Liberty having 98 points and Indiana Fever having 84 points. In the last night's game, guys, we saw the return of Jonquel Jones. Okay, it's not Jonquel Jones, guys. She was moving and grooving. I was happy to see her, even though, again, I'm not a fan of Liberty, but again, she had been gone for quite some time now due to those, pessimistic injuries that just seem to be plaguing our league, unfortunately, in its current 2025 WNBA season. But again, she came back and, she was able to really be, just make that impact that was needed for the New York Liberty to ultimately defeat the Indiana Fever. Now, again, the Fever started off pretty strong, okay? Well, they started off, like, I wouldn't say strong. They started off on an almost even playing field, okay? Because in the first quarter, guys, the Fever scored 22 points, whereas the New York Liberty scored 23 points. But in that second and third quarter, that was when we kept seeing them, become tied, both the New York Liberty and the Indiana Fever, that is. But in that third quarter, at the half of that third quarter, Indiana Fever just kept letting the ball slip away from them, literally, okay? First of all, I'm not going to put it all just on Indiana Fever. Okay, shout out to them. Kelsey Mitchell was a powerhouse. She put on a performance, okay? But again, she couldn't beat them. She couldn't beat, one can't beat five, okay? Typically in basketball, okay? It has happened before. I remember Ryan Howard beat all five of my Chicago Sky last month, okay? All on her own. It was ridiculous. I'm still mad about that game with Atlanta Dream. But again, Kelsey Mitchell tried her best. She was the leading scorer in tonight's game, not even just for her team. Kelsey Mitchell put up almost 30 points. Nobody on the Liberty did that. Sabrina Ionescu, she did not get hot into the fourth and final quarter. Breanna Stewart was given silly turnovers. Again, at this point, unless it's really, really bad, I can't even really break down the turnover statistics because, again, at least in last night's game, it was pretty even in my eyes, in my opinion, guys. Y'all can comment down below what y'all thought. But, the Fever was giving up silly turnovers. And also, just as well as the New York Liberty, okay? Speaking of the New York Liberty, again, Sabrina Ionescu, she didn't get hot until, literally the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, I believe she finally scored a field goal. She was 1 for 8 in the third quarter while they were closing out. Okay, they was looking goofy. Breanna Stewart, again, doing terrible passes. Again, the New York Liberty as well as the Minnesota Lynx, they are, league known, for pretty swift and good, elite ball movement and ball handling. Last night, again, I saw Breanna Stewart literally passing the ball to enemy hands, as well as, of course, the freaking Indiana Fever was doing the same. But it's New York. But again, they ultimately was able to get it together with the likes of Jonquel Jones. Sabrina Ionescu finally remember who she is. Okay, giving up 3-pointers, okay? And also in the last half of the third quarter beyond the fourth quarter, we even see Izzy Harrison. Again, guys, she used to play for my Chicago Sky. I could not stand her. All of a sudden, she knows how to make layups. All of a sudden, she knows how to pass the ball. All of a sudden, she has pretty good defensive and offensive skills. I'm you know what? It's a us problem. I'm sorry. I got to compare my team always to all the other teams. The Chicago Sky, again, shout out to her, shout out to Teresa Weatherspoon, but the way Izzy Harrison was performing last season for our Chicago Sky, I don't see that at all now that she has joined the New York Liberty. I don't know if it's because, again, obviously, New York Liberty, they are the reigning champions, okay? She's under Sandy Brondello now. And also, she's with her boo. Guys, if you don't know it, Izzy Harrison is coupled up with Natasha Cloud, okay? Natasha Cloud was doing her thing, too. Okay, so they're not on the same team. Because I was where was this at when we needed it, Izzy? Last season in the Chicago Sky. So again, the first quarter, Fever scores 22 points. New York Liberty scores 23 points. The Fever just trailed behind by just 1 point. The second quarter comes around. Fever scored 24 points. The Liberty scored only 19 points. Again, they were starting to slip away from them. The third quarter, Fever scores 21 points. Liberty scores 27 points, okay? In the fourth and final quarter, the Fever only scored 17 points, guys. It was ridiculous. They just kept bricking, okay? Even Kelsey Mitchell, again, she was the leading scorer of not just for her team last night. I almost said tonight. It was last night. But the overall game, okay? Kelsey Mitchell outscored the Fever players as well as the New York Liberty players. Fourth quarter comes around, Fever scored 17 points, whereas the Liberty scored 29 points. Now let's talk about the individual player statistics. Let's start with the Fever first, okay? Aaliyah Boston scored 15 points. She had 6 assists, 12 rebounds, pretty good. Sophie Cunningham had 15 points, 0 assists, 3 rebounds. She put in her, they played their part. Both of them, Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham, putting up 15 points apiece. Natasha Howard, she did well. She did 13 points, 0 assists, 6 rebounds. Arian McDonald, again, she's kind of up and down. I'm going to have to keep my eye on her to see, whether she really fits for this team. I believe she does, but sometimes she's just not that consistent. Because, again, she played 31 minutes last night, was only able to convert that into 5 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. But, again, Kelsey Mitchell, shout out to her. Okay, she was a powerhouse. She put up 29 points, had 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Lexi Hall had 7 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Sydney Colson, of course, she's more defensive. I'm going to keep trying to defend her name because y'all get mad if I say anything about her not scoring. She played a total of 14 minutes. She had 0 points, 2 assists, and 0 rebounds. Let's talk about the Liberty, okay? Jonquel Jones was the leading scorer of her team tonight, okay? Jonquel Jones put them on her back. She put up 18 points, had 2 assists, 9 rebounds. Leonie Phoebus, she did really well. Shout out to her. She had 17 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Brianna Stewart had 17 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Sabrina Ionescu had 13 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Natasha Cloud put up 10 points, had 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Isabel Harrison, who would have thought, guys? She never put up nothing for us last year in Chicago Sky. I'm still mad. Okay, it was time her stat lines would be 29 minutes played, 2 points, 0 assists, and 1 rebound. Last night's game, guys, Harrison put up 13 points, had 0 assists and 5 rebounds. Kennedy Burke had 7 points, 0 assists, 2 rebounds, and Maureen Johannes had 3 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. Again, shout out to New York Liberty. They defeated the Indiana Fever last night, but specifically, guys, shout out to both Kelsey Mitchell. That was crazy. She put up 29 points, and of course, welcome back and shout out to Jonquel Jones. And dare I say this? Oh my God, I actually feel jealous and envious. Shout out to freaking Isabel Harrison, aka Izzy Harrison. I used to call her Dizzy, okay? Izzy Harrison, because that's how she would act on the court for us, for our Chicago Sky, just acting dizzy. She'd be clumsy, don't know where to go, don't know where. I'm like, okay, where was this at when we needed you last season? Izzy Harrison put up 13 points. She outscored her girlfriend, Natasha Cloud, in late last night's game. She put up only 10 points. Hey, a win is a win. Welcome back to Jonquel Jones.